Down evenly distributed throughout the duvet, the shell is into sections called boxes. Emptying one tube at a time, they fill one box at a time.
How smart.
Air pressure piles all the down at one end of the box, but it'll get spread out later in the process. The open ends of each row are temporarily closed with a plastic clip. Then, when all the boxes are filled, it's off to the sewing department.
Nearly there.
There, seamstresses stitch the open ends closed and sew on labels and washing instructions.
A light bulb.
A light table allows them to see the down within each box. Then, they spread it out evenly using, of
This
all
is so
things,
confusing.
badminton rackets.
Never mind.
The
Got it.
100% cotton shell has gone through a high-pressure treatment to fuse its fibers so that no down can poke through. The factory also stuffs bedding items with feathers. Back at the processing factory, feathers go through the same post-washing tests as the down. To measure cleanliness, lab technicians then they strain the water, mix it with sulfuric acid, and add a potassium compound. They analyze the color of the liquid to gauge its oxygen content. If the oxygen level is under 10, the feathers are clean enough to ship to the duvet factory. There,
See
the
what I
feather filling
mean?
process is just like the down filling
I just
process.
want to go home.
Bigger canisters and blowing nozzles to accommodate the larger
Just want to
feathers
play
and
this
larger
game I
fabric
got.
shells. Feathers are heavier than down and have less insulating power, but they're more affordable. Down is only found on the bird's belly, and that scarcity makes it expensive. That explains why high-end bedding contains 100% down, while the rest contains either a down and feather mix or feathers alone. But when it comes to getting a cozy night's sleep, there's no downside to any of those options.
Ooh.
Production line where they know how to go with the flow.
Anybody who finishes this challenge deserves respect. That's a massive.
What am I supposed to... Oh.
In a Freight XL, new Sunday on Discovery.
Every day is sweet. Like M&M's, cookie dough, and new Oreo fudge brownie. Thanks for being our fans for all these years. It's good.
Would you like to try a burger made with plants?
Plants.
Oh,
It's
got it.
delicious, and I have a kid, so if I like it.
America's favorites made from plants. And try it like you.
Ads these days.
But with accident forgiveness, all state won't raise your rates just because of an accident. So good?
No, you were talking about all state.
Skip it. Back to the game.
Liquor call for a quote today.
Now you can make any morning of the week feel like the weekend. With Jimmy Dean sandwiches. Made with 2 real life sausage and cheese. And ready in seconds.
Why don't you put a Sunday morning shine on tomorrow morning breakfast?
5 important facts. 1. Crude oil is crude.
Yes.
2. Natural gas is pure. 3. Pennzoil is the first motor oil made from natural gas, not crude. 4. It gives you unbeatable engine protection. And 5. You can't beat that. The perfect Pennzoil.
Again.
50. Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then come out. And it's free.
Ignore
Call
the
right now for your
ads.
free book.
They are
And
so
as a bonus, we'll also
annoying.
throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's annuity do's and don'ts for baby boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free. We're calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-587-9415. That's 800-587-9415.
These ads won't stop.
What did
maybe mix it with this.
My casserole.
That hair is like a head waiting to come and hunt you down.
Finale Most Cooks in America, Sunday night.
Faucets were actually by the ancient Romans. But when their empire collapsed, so did their water and sewer systems. It took many centuries for running water to make a comeback and for water to become available on
Let's
tap.
do one more level
Today,
and then download a
faucets are
different
an
game.
indispensable part of our daily lives.
There.
Modern faucets come in many different designs, but inside
Don't
they all
know.
have the same basic
Nah, let's
components.
not claim it.
Workers start by setting a brass spout tube on a revolving support. An automated dispenser applies silver solder to the inside rim of the spout. They press a threaded tip into the spout, then dip the other end of the tube in flux paste, which cleans the brass and prevents tarnishing.
This all happens under the glow of more light. To prevent the untimely acting light being tiny powder glass plates to activate the light-sensitive chemical. The patterns transfer to the wafer surface, forming an outline from thousands
Okay,
of
Mom.
motion sensors.
Okay.
Another chemical then goes onto the silicon wafer to further develop these minuscule images. Next, lasers locate the wafer's flat edge, signaling a chuck to spin into its proper position for plasma etching. The etching creates thousands of free-moving 3D structures.
Yes.
Each one is a motion sensor. After it, a sprayer blasts the surface of carbon dioxide. It's the only way to clean it without damaging the now movable sensors. At the next, a robotic arm flips the wafer into position. A tray moves under the robot and places the wafer.
Alright, I think that's it.
Sticky.
Oh well.
Sticky ball run. Sticky ball.
And loads the
Let's
wafer
try and wait.
system.
Now it's working again.
Sticky ball run.
DJ.
It then collects a second silicon wafer and places it on
messed
the
me
first
up.
one in the clamp.
You messed me up.
The second
Poo-poo.
wafer acts as a lid to protect the individual sensors.
Stop, please.
Held in the clamp, a machine seals the two wafers.
This is
and the
so
bag is
easy.
complete. Next, a computer on a saw cuts grooves into the top wafer only, while a steady stream of water keeps the dust down. The saw exposes the aluminum layer on the bottom wafer, something that will allow each sensor to make an electrical connection. A platform
For now, I'm just doing the easy level.
so that a probe can test each sensor and confirm it performs correctly. This continues until every sensor on the wafer has been
Nice
tested.
job, me.
From a plain silicon wafer to a unit that contains thousands. This process takes 3 weeks. After the individual sensors have been cut and encased in plastic, they're ready for a final test. A robot loads each sensor into a test socket. The socket both tests the sensor's performance and programs it to custom
Darn
specifications.
ads. I don't want a minigame though. Leave me alone, ads.
And once installed,
Why do the ads have to be so
these
annoying?
motion sensors will be ready for action.
You just messed up my game.
Is that Jesus Christ?
We're not seeing right. This isn't normal. What else is going on here? There's no brain, there's no spinal cord. Holy smoke, it's like a window going by. 100 feet, that distance long came out of it.
Secret cave. Strange evidence.
John Tyson's motto was, the better chicken your house, it's why all
Stop, DJ. You stop, DJ. You stop. Shush.
and drumsticks. Keep it real. Keep it tight.
I said nothing to what you did with.
Dude.
This was instant.
And it did.
Please ignore background noises.
Jade is about to buy her
Hopefully
first
no
home,
ads.
and with a verified approval
Phew.
from Rocket Mortgage, she has the strength to compete with cash offers. When you need an edge in the bidding war, Rocket has.
Bam! Dad.
The world around us. Packed with protein plus 21 vitamins and minerals, we nourish them.
Huh?
Right from breakfast essentials.
Okay, hold
Just today
on.
could change everything.
Ace is the only national retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint. So now Benjamin Moore's
Alright,
premium
need a Yoncon right.
service are all right in your neighborhood. Ace's color
Oh.
visualizer is the perfect paint for your place. And with Benjamin Moore's huge selection of colors, you can choose with confidence.
Next level.
If you want a new look, look no further
Level 14.
from Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock is people who know their paint.
Ads these days, y'all.
This has been done.
What did you mix with this?
My casserole. It's like a shark fin waiting to come and hunt you down.
Finale, worst cooks in America. Sunday night at 9. Shark Week 2020 with Mike Tyson, Will Smith, and Shaq is back for more. Plus Science and Sharks every night. Shark Week, the one and only, starts Sunday, August 9th on Discovery.
If you've been to an airport, you've seen mobile belt loaders on the tarmac. They drive from the terminal to the aircraft, align their built-in conveyor belt with the entrance to the cargo hold, then load baggage or cargo on board. When an aircraft arrives, they do all that in reverse to unload baggage or cargo. A turn of the control handle adjusts the height of the front of the belt loader, enabling it to reach the cargo hold of even the tallest aircraft. The rear height is also adjustable, so the airport baggage handlers can set it at a level comfortable for loading. The vehicle and the conveyor belt are separate units. In this part of the factory, workers construct the conveyor steel frame. They weld together all the steel parts and grind all the weld seams flat.
Never mind, let's just move on to the flow.
Workers install a crossbar just past the midpoint of the frame. It will connect with two sets of lift arms installed in the vehicle. One which raises and lowers the front of the conveyor, the other which raises and lowers the rear. Workers insert alignment pins to position the cross member on the frame correctly. Then weld it into place. The vehicle's chassis is also made of welded steel. Workers
Only one more level and I have to go.
This
Too bad.
rust and other debris, prepping the surface for paint to adhere properly. They caulk on unwelded seams to prevent corrosion.
But
Finally,
so then,
once the paint dries, assembly can resume. On the conveyor frame, they install the motor which drives the belt. There are two options available. This hydraulic motor powered by the vehicle
tricked.
or an electric motor powered by battery. The motor rotates two large metal
Alright.
motors, one at the front of the frame, the other at the rear. The belt wraps around these rollers so that when they turn, the belt moves. Between the end rollers, running the entire length of the conveyor, workers install 58 smaller metal rollers. These form the floor of the conveyor and can support up to a ton of cargo. The motor runs these rollers forward or in reverse, depending on whether the belt is loading or unloading the aircraft. The belt itself is made of high-strength tire-grade rubber with an anti-skid texture on the surface. To be long enough to loop around the 25-foot-long conveyor, plus the end rollers, the belt is 50 feet in length. The ends have teeth which fit into each other like a zipper and fasten.
Perfect.
Elsewhere in the factory, technicians install components on the vehicle chassis. First, the front and rear axles. Then, on each axle, two wheels, with tires specifically designed.
Anything your wild child does, Pampers Cruisers 360 Fit can too. With a stretchy waistband and adaptive 360 Fit, so they can move the way they were born to.
To be one.
Which can be either gas, diesel, propane, or electric power. The vehicle drives at a maximum speed of just 25 miles per hour, but that's more than sufficient for traveling between the terminal and the aircraft. After installing the power steering system, technicians run wirings for the lights and other electrical components, run hydraulic hoses for the brakes and lift cylinders, and install the controls for the conveyor. They install the hydraulic cylinder, which raises the front lift arms. Then connect the fluid hoses to the hydraulic pump. Next, they install the front and rear lift arms, along with the safety brakes underneath, used when mechanics are working beneath the conveyor. They attach the lift arms to the front and rear cylinders, which expand to raise the arms and retract.
Alright, that's it.
Yeah. Because when it gets real bright, I can't wait